Hello, me again. Working on this today. Got a bit of a brake problem. That caliper is a bit seized. So when I'm driving along, it likes to pull the car that way. When I hit the brakes, it likes to pull the car that way. And at speed, it's a bit quite juddery as well, which I think might be a U-joint. Got some new calipers. Oh. Let's fit them. This is the problem child one. Quite a bit of heat coming off it, but I got here half an hour ago. Quite hard to turn. Just for reference, the other side spins freely. That's how it should do it. Right, let's get this wheel off. What we've got going on is this is my caliper, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pistons in here, and I don't think all of them, but at least 2 of them are not expanding and retreating, so they're just putting constant pressure on the pads and squeezing the disc and causing, on a day like today when it's a bit chilly and foggy, that's lovely and warm to warm up your pinkies, but not ideal for driving, especially something that has the weight and towing capacity of this Defender. And if some of you might be purists and notice this is a Defender 90, and yes, this is a 110 caliper, but I don't care. It's also Discovery 1 axles front and rear, but they work. Just a little bit sticky, so I'm gonna get myself a drain pipe underneath here. Pull the pads out, undo my hard line into it, get the flexi out of the way, and swap them over. Although I think the bolts that hold it on are, they're double hex. I have to find some double hex hardware. Mini! I need bigger pliers. It should not be this hard to pull out. Hammer. Ow. Ah! That hurt. Did I buy new brake pads? No, I did not. As you can see, 4 nice rusty pistons, but the brake disc spins freely now. What a bastard. Yeah, that's tight. Christ. What about the other one? Oh, I'm gonna need to get in there with a bar. Christ, that's going back together with some copperies on it. Ugh. Oh. That was tight. Should be able to do that with a wrench now. Right, next problem, I want to call it that. My little hard line is spinning with the union, so I'm going to take it off at this end. Just wrong way there. Yeah, flexi from chassis to the hub, then hard line from the hub to the caliper. Bear with me while I pull this off. It's the old CZ piston caliper. Shiny new ready to go one. Why is that there? That's the one for this side. Not bad. Right. If I could read, R for right hand, L for left hand, and some other stuff. Bleed nipple always goes at the top. Right, I'm going to transfer that pipe onto this one, mount it up, and go from there. Catch up with you guys in a minute. The new one is going on. Went over to the workbench and used my little friend the blowtorch to unseize this union. So now I can do this up without too much bother. And I can do the caliper up, install the pads, because the caliper's not actually done up at the minute, and bleed it. Where's my other spanner? There's my other spanner. That's tight. Okay, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Split pins. We're going to get myself some new split pins. Oh, switch. that's it for this side, other than bleeding. I'm going to go and get the other side changed over, but you don't need to see that. And the camera needs charging anyway. Look at the state of me. I'll catch up with you when it's time to bleed this thing. Toodaloo. Who was an idiot? This guy was an idiot. I crushed a brake line by mistake when I'm doing the thingy, so I can't use this anymore. So now, get to make a new one. And yes, I am going to reuse the old brake unions because there's nothing wrong with them. And I'm a cheapskate sometimes. Because I know this the unions on this pipe, the old one, work with the ones on the car. I don't know if I've got any more in stock. Because this Defender is a mix of Imperial and metric. Depends where you look. The bloody Birmingham people, they did it that way when they built the thing. Always read the instructions. On the brake pipe. Me again? Well, who else is it going to be? Sean's not here. Ugh. Okay, right. Got my new caliper on this side. Nice new brake pipe. Pads are in. Got my one-man bleeder bottle, which is not going to reach. I need two hands. Hold on. You can go on there, and you can go there. Right, topped up the brake fluid reservoir. A bit of the pumpy. 4 pumps. Top up the fluid. A couple more on this side. Okay. Do up that nipple. Now what? Let's try opening the bloody thing, shall we? And then try bleeding it. That's both sides bled. Right, in theory, now that it's all locked up, you should see these pads push out to the discs when I put the brake pedal on. Okay, let's pause there a second and just take a thought. When I push the brake pedal, I can't see this caliper. But what you can see on the camera is the pads pushing out to the disc and that brake disc then moving. That's not ideal. What's happening there, which I can't see but you can, is that brake disc, as I drive along the road, is wobbling around and pushing the pads back, giving the vehicle, when moving, a very long brake pedal, which I would find out about an hour after I put the camera away for this video. Had I watched the footage back immediately, I probably would have caught it, but never mind, I nearly crashed on the way home. But I survived. Anyway. Right, that pumped up lovely, but I've still got some air in the system, so I'll put you guys away, get the rest of the air out, and then be done with it. The brakes are bled, they're not leaking. I can spin that nicely. And this one, which is the one that sees solid. Beautiful. Got a decent pedal. Good pedal, doesn't pump up, so that's nice. Job done. Just a small video this time because I'm running out of time. I've got, what did that focus on? I've got somewhere to be. So I'm going to drop the wheels on this and clear off into what is now the sunshine. Oh, thank you very much for watching. There will be more content coming on the classics, which is what everyone wants to see. We'll be doing some work on that micro at some point. Whether I film it or not, I don't know. It failed MOT on rust, would you believe? But there's already a video of me welding up a silver micro for the sills, so I don't think you need to see another one. There will be more coming on this. Oh, sorry, I'm out of breath. There'll be more coming on this when I get a chance. The Land Rover, and of course both the classic A30 and the A35. So for now, from me and this piece of junk seized caliper, thank you for watching. See you again sometime. Good day. Little bit of copper grease makes the world go round and round and round. It stops the brakes from squeaking, it stops the bolts from seizing. It gets everywhere and it can never be found. Language, Daniel, it's a family friendly show.